Up in this one. Welcome to Faurot Field in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the SMU Mustangs, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Mustangs will put total weather to crank us up. Coming out with it, it's Madison. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
3rd down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Leaves it with the back. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll give it to Johnson. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
If you blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page. But when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Catch in the middle, it's Moore. All all the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. Rides the back on the option to give. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Quickly out to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Direct snap. Creates a little room. There he goes. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. The Mustangs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, SMU!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Makes the quick grab. At the 35, he's open. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Out of the gun, the running back has it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's second and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Manning. Makes a grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Might be changing the route. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Back to pass on second down. Hit as he throws. Intercepted for the 11th time this season.
Well, I can tell you haven't played the position. If you can't step into throws and you can't follow through, it obviously affects your accuracy. And I think the hit on the quarterback right there certainly contributed to that interception.
Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his back in the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Finds a little space. Turning it on. And he'll finish the run in the end zone.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Madison. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The run to the right. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Roberts. Pulls it in. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a second down. He'll do it himself on the draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Back to pass, it's Jennings. Bringing the heat. He's going for a big play downfield. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. And a tremendous... will be stopped at the 28-yard line.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Handoff from the gun. Slithers into space.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
And they fail to hook up on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Louisville may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from L&N Stadium every time. The Cards have been racking up road wins since the Lee Corso days, and they'll get another one today. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Mustangs will hustle to the line. Scanning the field, it's Barnett. Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could...
Gonna let it fly. Makes a grab down the middle. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right.
Going for it all. Touchdown, SMU! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between those two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. QB draw. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
It's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The Mustangs want to move quickly.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. Bulldozes his way through. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What an amazing play by the defense. Not only do you get the interception, but you completely flipped the field, and how about the open field running by that guy once he made the pick?
First and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 21-10. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Bringing it out. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Gives it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drive.
And the Mustangs need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Under fire. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. The Mustangs will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Looks it in at the 40. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking for room, it's Roberts. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's the pressure. On target over the middle. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Running behind that left side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll take a shot. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be fourth down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. From the gun. Give on the inside. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Rolling, throwing, looking right.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Makes him talk to the hand.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running a football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Dropping back, it's Barnett. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off. But I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And the try is no good. Still up by 8 after the miss.
Man, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Roberts. Firing to the right, complete. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Tiger. Once he got some room, it was over.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Oh, and that's tough, man. It was drawn up right. It was a good throw. It was right in his hands. You just want your playmaker to make that play and get to the two-point conversion.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To throw, it's Barnett. Looking left. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
He's going for it all. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Missouri will kick it off to open this second half. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Keeping it ground to open the second half. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
And the defense got him at the 27.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Mustangs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Quarterback floating away from pressure. They get to him as he throws.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That is the exact energy they talked about at halftime. Like coming out with right now for this defense. You're trailing, but it's a close game. It's a one-possession game. Come out and set the tone. That's exactly what they did, forcing the punt on the first drive.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Keeps it on the draw. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to him on the ground. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistics.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Oh, they're after him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. For go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's going to take off. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space.
just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Utah is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up by 18 over Iowa. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys.
Touchdown, Missouri! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He has spent a lot of time in that end zone and an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had. The defense, well, you're just going to have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got the back in the middle. Oh, what a cut! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Mustangs are in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast, and you saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit, and it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures.
4th and short, a lot of times you know what's coming, I know what's coming. Who's going to be more physical? They give it to the running back. O-line does their job. Nice pickup on 4th and short.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, and making your situation really good on the next down.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Mustangs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Gets it out fast. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. This drive will start at the 6-yard line. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see fourth down, but it's better than throwing another pick. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. I'm not sure if he could have kicked it farther by using his knee, but it's not exactly the longest punt. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll start this drive going to the air. It's complete. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Mustangs moving quickly to the line. To the air, it's Barnett. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressure on the quarterback.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll go with a direct snap. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Looks as if he's going to run it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mustangs!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Oh, he makes the catch.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like, it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
Oh, better look out! He'll be brought down, but it'll move the chains for Mizzou.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Wants to go up top on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. This time on target. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Roberts. Looking to buy time. Flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Yeah, I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. He's shoved out of bounds right at the 6-yard line as they were able to at least keep him out of the end zone.
Nice job by the defense that time defending the end zone. There was a pass play. Everybody covered up in the back end. And when they saw the quarterback take off, they were able to rally to him and stop him short of the end zone. Now what are they going to do on 4th down? Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. He's moving out of the pocket. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
And that's just a bad mistake. You can't do that in this situation of the game. You're not going to be able to come back and win this late if you're taking big losses like that. So at this point, if no one's open, he's just got to throw that thing away and live to play another day. But instead,
and it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe. In the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
Oh, he found a space on the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tiger! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Miami is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sebastian isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 10 over Texas. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Got his man on the right. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate.
Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man by himself. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to throw on first down. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Another sack by this defense, but how about this QB? He continues to get back up every single time, still leading his team, still staying positive, still putting them in a good position to win this football game.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who